what is happening in October 2025, specifically for you, the viewer, how it will relate to your personal life, what's manifesting, what's physically actually happening. I'm making very in detailed predictions, and we'll see if I resonate with you as a reader or not. Thank you so much for joining me, beautiful divine soul. I'm Mystic Mia. This is A Moment Tarot. All right, so on my other channel, A Moment with Mystic Mia, I started channeling the energies for light workers. And I started the reading talking about spiritual attacks and how many spiritual leaders, people who are very influential in their own groups and social circles and people around them, on different levels, have been getting very spiritually attacked, especially like your family members and people who you are bringing with you into the 5D or higher states of mind and being. And so I got very strongly that when Pluto goes direct, because I've been saying like September and halfway through October, it just feels like this very uncertain, crazy energy. And we saw that in August 2025, that August Lionsgate this year was very, very specific in splitting the 3D, 5D energies. And so there's a lot of chaos being thrown into the collective energies right now, in the physical. You can see the people who are spiritual leaders, and you can see the folks who are, having a hard time channeling the dark energies and that are not awakened, just starting to awaken, or going, just started off their journey. So like there's like a huge gap between the 4D, this huge gap between the 3D and 5D right now. People are manifesting differently. The realities are different. Anyway, so I was talking about spiritual attacks, and I didn't finish saying like how that relates to everything happening now. And I feel like after the 14th is when the spiritual attacks will stop, because it's the only like way that they can energetically do it. So like before September, so like I feel like by the end of August, any physical energy attacks, meaning through people, through, like I'm hearing governments, through systems, any way that the negative energies, dark energies could attack you physically, they did it. And then by August, it was kind of assimilating to dark energies not being able to attack you through people, through entities, through organizations or groups. And they could only do it energetically. So you could probably have felt in August and September, all the way until mid-October, more spiritual and energetic attacks. And then after this is where like people, like dark energies aren't going to start being able to not touch you at all, and touch your loved ones. And so I'm going to look at the energies related to these astrological events or portal dates, and see maybe what you can look out for and what might be happening for you. Okay, so let's look at, I'm recording this on the full moon in Aries, so let me see what happened in this past week, and if it resonates, the rest of this might resonate with you too. I might be a reader that resonates for you. Ten of Swords in hand. So I'm getting, it's like difficulty, but like a difficulty that you've experienced so many times before that like you're kind of used to it now. So like, light workers, starseeds, spiritual leaders, one of the only ways that you can attack us, because we've learned to become very strong mentally, emotionally, and spiritually and physically, is through our loved ones, or through our passion projects, and through our actions in the world, through what we want to channel and manifest and create in the world. Because what we usually want to create and envision is something that's good for all, right? Good for our families, good for our communities, good for the world. And so, people, our loved ones, we connect with people we love. We connect with people that we teach and mentor, and that we learn from, our teachers and mentor. So there's something about having the things and our work that we love attacked. Whoa. Okay, but we got the Sun card. And the King of Wands and the Strength card. Yeah. The second was a portal date, so you might have felt a lot of energy around that time, the first, second, and third. Where it's like the energy, when the portal day is kind of like when the energy is really, really strong. So you could do a lot of spiritual work, but you kind of put out. So you kind of need to like relax and just drink a lot of water. Sometimes you're guided to eat more. You sleep more, dream more, rest more, nap more, get tired more, feel like you need to think and channel and write more, research more. There's something about that around portal days where you feel like you need to take some time out to do some spiritual work, right? So we got the Sun card. Yeah, it's because I'm hearing a lighthouse, a beacon. Because now that your energy's been unveiled, and I saw this at the end of last year, a lot of light workers started seeds, like a lot of us who awakened around like the 2000s and 2010s into up until 2020, so like in the 2000s, 2010s, all the way up until 2020, if you awakened around that time and went through like the majority of your awakening stuff around that time, I'm getting your now being unveiled, because you were veiled for a while, because you were being protected by your spirit guides and your guardian angels, so you can do your inner work and then start to assimilate back into 3D energies with your higher knowledge, with your stronger light and power. But now I'm getting like, now it's time to step into your role, right? And it really aligns with the Pluto energy, Pluto and Aquarius energy. So now you're being unveiled, so your light is shining much brighter. You might have noticed that you're getting out of hermit mode, talking to people more, being more comfortable in your skin, especially in this past year. But now, like, that you're unveiled and people can see your light, so can the dark energies. And so you were really, really tested this past year. Your faith might have been really, really hard, tested. You might have been like spiritually attacked, but you might have also done a lot of intense spiritual work to like wrap up a lot of the things that you've done in the past cycles and years. I'm hearing it's all coming to a head right now. So that's why you're being like, your light is shining brighter and you're unveiled. Not that you're unprotected. It's just like people can see you more now, and you probably notice that. And you're getting the strength to kind of speak your truth. So your throat chakra and your creative energies, like, they're probably a lot right now. So in the past, it's like kind of coming to terms with being who you are now more publicly. And recently, in the past like couple of months, I'm getting, it was more like speaking your truth and using your creative skill that you have honed in on, one or many, more, and put it out there. That's being challenged. Your throat chakra and that creative skill that you've been sharpening, being put out there. That's what's being challenged, like, very recently, like this past few weeks, few months kind of thing. Okay, so this full moon in Aries, and there's a portal date after this. So this is like a big portal. This is a big full moon because it's right after that eclipse energy. And this energy of, like, you know, Pisces to Aries. Like, we're starting this new energy. So you're going to start feeling this week new things happening. And then next week it's going to be like fully moving into that energy, not handicapped, because I feel like this is like you getting like a vision of like what's coming up, and then not being handicapped. Yeah, the star card. Yeah, with Pluto going in Aquarius. This this week is definitely, this full moon is definitely kind of pushing a lot of us into the vision. As I say that, there's a bunch of like, there's three blackbirds that are just like swooping. I've never seen them like swoop like that. There's a lot of psychic, when I see three blackbirds together, it's like definitely psychic messages. And you becoming more psychic. I've been seeing blue feathers like crazy this week. But like your psychic abilities are coming on stronger. You're getting a lot more insight. You're able to channel better at this time. This is around the time where the veil is thin. So there's a lot of information, downloads, visions coming in for you now. Yeah, see, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is my card for a lot of energy coming in. But I'm getting like, usually Ten of Wands in reverse is a lot of energy coming in. Ten of Wands upright, I feel like there's a lot of practical things that you would like to do. I got that like this is a good week where you're going to get a lot of ideas. And I talked about in one of my readings, what was it, September reading I did, no, October reading I did, but it was like a trigger warning because I was just kind of talking about all these like crazy things happening. But I talked about having like a notebook where you can just like write down your ideas. I want to show you some of mine, but like, have an idea notebook out and get channel through as many ideas as you can, because it's kind of like going to make it easier for you to channel things related to your soul mission. But you need to practice just channeling in general, especially in this new way. I feel like your guides, your higher self, want you to channel better and stronger. You're going to be channeling ideas in a better way or a stronger way, and they need you to practice. So just channel anything you think of, just write it down. And I always say like, yeah, then you have some ideas for the future if you ever want to look back at it. Or for me, I like number the pages, and so like I can look back at it and be like, oh yeah, like what was something like spirit guide, what's something that like can help me now? And I pick a random number generator, pick the number, and the idea that's like perfect for me at that time is like right there. A lot of these ideas that I have, I'm like, oh, I might not get to for like a few years, and then like when I have the time, I'm like, oh, this is the perfect time to get that done. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. It's just like, this is a week of writing down ideas, right? You don't have to take practical steps because there's too many ideas coming in right now. Just write the ideas down. And then, so then next week we have Venus going into Libra, and Libra's planet is Venus, so it's going to be a very good energy there. So let's look at the energy that's happening here. Venus in Libra, which is going to be exalted at its peak, and Pluto going direct at the same time. It's like, this is the age of Aquarius starting. Venus in Libra. Oh yeah, like Pluto going direct in Aquarius. This is the age of Aquarius. Wait, is Pluto? Is Pluto still? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Pluto is in Aquarius for good for a long while. So 9 of Cups. Wow. Okay, so that's like wishes granted. I'm getting past wishes granted. I don't know if you've been seeing this, but a lot of like my past manifestations I wanted like years ago, even like some that I wanted like as like a teenager or like a young adult, like from like years ago, 15 years ago, sometimes 20 years ago, just manifesting randomly, or like 5 years ago, just like things I forgot about that I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted that. It's just like manifesting like around me like crazy. Death card, to let go. Yeah. there was like a line from you and that manifestation that kind of never got cut. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's some things that like you probably let go of. Like, I'm getting like you let go of a lot of like big ideas or dreams or visions or goals, and maybe like open yourself up to like this or better, or whatever's from a highest best good, leaving it up to the universe, kind of giving like a general idea what you want. or kind of general energy that you want, but not like making it too specific, or some things that you might have envisioned with great detail, but it's like this or better. Like you were able to kind of refine and edit or open up those types of goals, dreams, and visions, and big picture stuff, right? Big important things for in your life. But there's a lot of little things that you still had a thread to that you forgot about because like it wasn't that important to you, or it was such a long time ago that you probably didn't realize that there was a cord still there. So that's why all these like things from the past are manifesting for you now, so you can like let go of it. Does it make sense? Wow, that's crazy. So that kind of stuff is going to manifest. Let's see. Is there anything that's like specific in regards to that? The Tower. Yeah. What about the Tower though? All three of these cards wanted to come up. Door, we got the Death card in reverse again, and then the Knight of... I'm getting that, like, okay, so on the reading, the intuitive reading that I did about the Lightworker October readings, energies for, yes, Darcy's and spiritual leaders, and the spiritual attacks and stuff like that. That kind of goes into great detail about what's happening for Lightwork specifically as a whole. This is more specific to you. And like some crazy amount of information came through about going into 5D and what that looks like and why things are happening. It was an amazing channeling. I'm so honored to have channeled it. But there's something about you're going to be taking on more long-term, bigger manifestations, and so it's kind of like to let go and clear your energies of the old things. Like these are the things that you forgot about that you wanted, and so they're gonna manifest. And some of the things you'll be like, oh cool, yeah, I still want that, and the other things you'll be like, oh, I don't really want that anymore. But I get that it has to be cleared out. It has to complete. It has to clear out, finish, so you can like move into the next. Ring, and I got partnership. I'm getting some of it is to kind of also bring in that partner if you're, and I'm getting like in that Lightworker reading we talked about, like even if you're in a relationship right now, like you might be surprised when like a divine counterpart comes into your life. But a lot of you who may not be partnered up with a person right now romantically might be surprised that like the energy feels so ripe and ready for it now. Yeah, I feel like because like there's some things that like it's hard to manifest without another person. Or manifest divinely without another person. So it's like, and I talk about that in the Lightworker reading, like you're coming together with a divine partner because it creates a vortex. It's so like it creates a much bigger vortex than you can by yourself, or with others who don't resonate on your level, on your energy as high, to bring in new manifestations, to bring in new energies. Yeah. So just in general, this week you're gonna probably start seeing things like manifest that were like old manifestations. Okay, and then this week with Mercury conjunct Mars and new moon in Libra. This is gonna be an important new moon because it's gonna be like the start of. It's gonna be like the start of new soul mission projects. So we have ideas coming in, just any and all random, big, small ideas. Just write them down. It's going to help you channel and get like practice channeling more powerfully or in a new way that your spirit team wants to practice with you. And then you're going to start seeing like old manifestation energies being clear, just like coming through randomly. And that's going to be your sign that those energies are clearing. It's going to make it easier to feel like, yeah, new manifestations is like are coming in now. It's going to be easier to manifest new love and all that kind of stuff. And then with this new moon in Libra, there's also portal dates on the 20th and the 21st. And then like Neptune goes back into Pisces, when Scorpio season starts. So just like so much. There's like the water energy, new moon, Mercury conjunct Mars. Where is Mercury right now? Ooh, Mercury and Mars are both in Scorpio. It's crazy. And we're starting Scorpio season. So you can kind of see like what's ever happening on the 20th is going to give you kind of like a clue of what's going to happen this Scorpio season for you. And with this new moon in Libra, I'm getting it really connects with this Venus in Libra and the Pluto in Aquarius going direct. It's going to give you like practical things to start your new soul mission, because like that's why the energy is coming in. It's like giving you your new purpose or your next task, project in life. Okay, so yeah, okay, so Mercury conjunct Mars, the Hierophant, yeah, new teachings. New teachings is what I'm hearing. New information, new teachings. I'm going to get, yeah, because I got that in that Lightworker reading that, like, there's going to be new information that comes forward in the spiritual and esoteric community, and that is going to blow people's minds. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, it's gonna really trigger Lightworkers, starseeds, and spiritual leaders for what they want to do in this next chapter in their life. What they want to, it's going to upgrade your purpose, because you're not going to be so tied to your old purpose as much, or it's going to be refined and edited. And you're going to know exactly what that is. And I feel like Scorpio season is going to be a really good season to kind of brainstorming for that and starting to make practical steps to get ready and prepared for that. New moon in Libra, the Ace of Wands, yeah, you get struck with that new idea. I'm getting this is also a great time for meeting your divine counterpart or soul family members. So you might be seeing that you're like socializing a lot more, especially with people who agree with you on very niche or specific unique interests, hobbies, and ideas. And Nine of Cups, wow, the Nine of Cups twice. And so this is going to be the start of you realizing that things are starting to happen for you in the physical, like they're starting to manifest. Let's see what kind of stuff, because both these cards came out reverse. Okay, and then Whip, something like your hard work. Your hard work is going to be paying off. Hard work paying off. Let's see. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Pentacles twice here for this energy, and the Ace of Wands in the middle here. There's going to be definitely like opportunities coming in regards to victory. So I'm like, it doesn't have to do with work or money or love. It's just luck. It's just success. I feel like whatever you have been working on really hard, that's going to show fruit. So whether you've been working on one area of your life very strongly or a lot of areas, like those are the areas that are going to start bearing fruit, and you're going to start seeing it. It's going to happen all at once. Yeah, so it's going to be like random manifestations that you didn't even think of, and then manifestations that actually pertain to the work that you've been doing in terms of your purpose. So I feel like the things that, like, is this old or stuff or new stuff? Yeah, things that you already worked on that you felt like you might have, like you didn't get the right recognition, or you didn't get the right promotion, you didn't get the right amount of, the right salary, the right income, the right amount of money, the right amount of growth for your business, whatever that wasn't paying off before on specifically soul mission related work. So it could be your career, it could be a job, it could be charity work, it could be like any project or passion project that you were working on that didn't take off, and you felt you've been working really hard, but you should have seen results. You're going to see results. And that's why you're going to start feeling this like dreamy energy. Really thinking of practical steps you can take in terms of your soul mission, or this more, it's like a more refined, upgraded soul mission, or it could be a whole new soul mission in general for some of you. And then we end the month with, we have a Grand Water Trine from the 24th to the 31st, and there's like a ton of water energy this Scorpio season. So I'm getting this like kind of this Neptune going back into Pisces. Like there's this energy of like everything is so like magical. Like the universe is like real. All this like God, creator, source energy stuff is so real. All the spiritual stuff is so real. You're gonna feel like you just like awakened for the first time and seeing signs and synchronicities everywhere. Like everything's magical. All this is real. You know when I feel like, oh, soul mission stuff is real, like divine counterpart stuff and soulmate stuff and manifestation stuff and all these types of spiritual ideas. It's all real. Like you're gonna feel like that. And then we have a portal date on the 28th, right before Mercury goes into Sagittarius. I think it's going to really amplify this kind of energy of new information. Like this new information is going to really like amaze you, beautiful soul. It's going to amaze you. It's going to be like, wow, I know exactly. You know when you get that feeling like, I know exactly what to do in terms of my soul mission? You know, at least initially, and you're like, I'm all on board. Like, I know what I'm supposed to do next. I know what step I'm supposed to take next in my business or my career or my passion project. Like, you know, when you really feel that idea, that's what I feel like the 28th is. And when this Grand Water Trine ends on the 1st of November, we also have a portal day energy. So this is a really good energy for, I feel like, reconnecting with your divine ideas, reconnecting with your idea of a higher power and your soul mission and all that kind of stuff. And so what is that going to be like? The Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, see, I'm like, this energy continues. I was on point about that. Okay. And yeah, so you're going to be getting a lot of information and you're figuring out like, it's a really cool like research week. I don't know. I know a lot of us like we kind of take out time, like a day or weekend or a week or sometimes a whole month where we just go hard into researching new spiritual ideas. I feel like there's something new that comes into your life that you're just like fascinated about and can't get enough of, learning and searching videos and looking up articles and meditating on, talking to other people about. Like that's the kind of energy I'm getting. Look how fast I'm talking about because I'm like talking as like an excited person would. The King of Cups, you just love it so much and you're just so fascinated about it. You can't get enough of it and like you want to do work related to this thing, or it inspires you to kind of continue doing your soul mission work because like I feel like sometimes we kind of slack off and like nothing's happening and we don't believe in it as much anymore. But this is when you kind of spark flies and you're like, I'm feeling it again. Key, yeah. Answer, I feel like you get a lot of answers and what you should do and how you should move forward. You get really inspired to kind of move, like, get going on that. You do a lot of inner work, spiritual work, yeah. You might do a lot of writing, researching, like reaching out to people, finding like ideas connected to this, maybe even sharing ideas about this. Okay, and then the portal date going into November. 2 of Wands, which I always get, is like kind of like this like door energy. Like you don't know where this door is going to lead, but you know you're supposed to walk through this door. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know you're supposed to take this opportunity or look into this or check this thing out, you know? Move in this direction. Page of Cups, like you have no idea, but you know you're supposed to, kind of thing. That's all you know. It's like it interests me. There might be something here. If not, like I'm just giving it a shot. Let's see what happens. Yeah, because you're at a crossroads types of energy in terms of your soul mission, I'm getting specifically. So it's like you get a hint, a clue about something you could do, a direction you could go in. It's a different direction or improved, more refined, edited version of your soul mission. And I mean, it looks good. You're like, hey, like this looks like the right way to go. I mean, it'd be worse not to check it out than, you know, miss out on this. Yeah, you're not going to miss out on this opportunity. Might as well check it out. What is this like related to? Anything specific, or is it general for each person? Transformation, depression. I'm getting it has to do with something about moving people through difficult times. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be like. In the Lightworker reading I did on my other channel, A Moment with Mystic Mia, we talk about this energy comes through. It comes like where a lot of our soul mission work is going to be like teaching people how we went through kind of our awakening, and also to help folks who are choosing with their soul to go into 5D as well, and to deal with all the kind of grief and sadness and triggers and stuff that needs to be purged that comes up. That's going to be like the main thing. And like moving into like, you know, setting up 5D systems, yeah, that's one thing, but like the big thing for a lot of folks is going to be also how to help others go through what you just went through, kind of with all those difficult emotional energies. Everyone's like emotionally illiterate right now, you know. Okay, anything else we need to know? The moon, yep, that's it. All you need to know is to keep your imagination open. I'm getting like practicing like coloring outside out of the box, coloring outside of the lines, metaphorically, like just kind of keeping your mind open. It'll help you channel ideas better. 8 of Cups, as you leave the Emperor, the old systems. Yeah, because the Hierophant in reverse twice, like there is an energy of a new way of seeing something. You know, a lot of us, we have like mini spiritual awakenings after our spiritual awakening where we get a new idea that kind of transforms the way we see our reality and our world in such big ways that it really takes us aback, and we're like, oh my goodness, like for like weeks or months, like you're just kind of like, oh my goodness, like this new information like really messed up my mind. Like it took me a second to like see how it like folds into my previous idea of what I thought the world was, or something like that, right? So I feel like it's one of those like earth-shattering moments where it's like, whoa, like how I see reality and how my beliefs like so change so radically that like it's gonna take me a second to kind of base my current understanding of the world around it, you know. That's what I see for October. 8 of Wands, the 2 8s, a lot of manifestations. For sure, a lot of manifestations are going to come through, especially ones that you're going to leave and needs to be cleared out for new manifestations. Because you're going to be preparing to go through that door into 5D. 6 of Wands, private victory. So I feel like a lot of these manifestations are of a positive nature, of course, because why would you want to manifest something not good for yourself? But I think it's kind of like, it's kind of makes you smile. It makes you kind of be like, oh yeah, like this is something I wanted. Maybe you still want it, maybe not. But either way, it makes you smile because like that part of you is like fulfilled. That part of you that still existed, that wanted that thing, it's fulfilled. And the Queen of Wands, yeah. You're going to be taking a lead in some sort of idea privately. You're going to have a lot of success in this new edited, refined, or completely different soul mission that I think you're going to be keeping private. It's when you go through those spiritual awakening moments, you kind of are usually alone because it's like a very, very much a personal, intimate, internal thing with your inner universe, with the higher power, right? The higher power with the triangle there. But I do feel like with the Temperance and the triangle in reverse, I do feel like it's this earth sign, like you're going to be bringing these ideas onto the earth. Like it's physically starting to manifest. You're going to see, like you're going to know things are happening because your old manifestations are coming through. Things with your soul mission are being edited, refined, and then physical, practical steps are being brought forward, especially with opportunities. It feels like something unlocked. It feels like old energy is clearing out, and it feels like new energies that can come through now. All right, beautiful soul, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know if it resonates. I want to look back at the end of the month and see if I was on point or not, because I like to know. I like to judge and test my own channeling abilities, let's just say. All right, much love and light.